Welcome back to the channel. I'm Hank Strange. This is StrangerPalooza. Today we are talking about backup power, and we're talking about the brand new Jackery Explorer 1000 Plus backup battery. And we actually got this sent to us by some folks that represent Jackery, but Lola and I have been using Jackery for a long time. So now in our van that we have a camper van. We've used a Jackery, and it has a battery, it has a big battery in it. In this Cybertruck that's behind me, we also use this, but why? It has a battery in there. So I want to talk about that, like, why do we use something like this? What's the benefits of it? What's the new features of the new Jackery Explorer 1000 Plus? And I'm going to get into all of that with you guys right now. All right, so before I go through the stats of the Jackery Explorer 1000 Plus, what I promised is I was going to talk to you guys about why would we use this. So this is portable. It's a little heavy, has some weight to it, which is for a good reason, right? It's a pretty tough battery that you can get a lot of use out of, but it is still portable, small, compact, easy for us to find a space for this in something like the Cybertruck, in a van, in SUV, whatever it is you have, it's easy to find this. And as I was saying, of course, you know, a lot of things nowadays have batteries in them, but you don't want to always run those things, or you cannot always run them, or you don't want to leave stuff on. So for example, Lola and I just took a road trip from here, where we live in Florida, all the way up to Virginia for the Overland Expo East. And then we were spending time driving around where were we? Virginia, Maryland, DC area. And we use this for our Truma 36 cooler here, right? So this is the Truma cooler, and we had this actually inside the Cybertruck, believe it or not, right? There's a smaller version of this, but this is actually the smallest one we have right now from Truma. It's awesome. Right now it's not on and it has nothing in it, but I can roll in some footage and photos and stuff like that. You know, this is great for putting like drinks and snacks and things like that and taking them down the road with you and having access to it. And that actually plugs into this. Whether you keep this here in the bed, let's say, or inside the vehicle like we did, you can plug it into this battery and actually run it for several days. I believe when you first plug it in, it says it'll do like 100 hours. But, you know, the compressor comes on and off, and that's really where you see it. I think what we found, Lola, is we can go like a day and a half straight. And this was like not super hot, but let's say a mild day, mild temperatures in Virginia, Maryland, and we were able to go a day and a half just off of this battery. And then we could either recharge this, let's say in the house, you know, if we were staying somewhere in a hotel or whatever, we could recharge it. We could also plug it into the truck and charge it back up, or we can charge it with solar panels, which we'll get into here. So we used it for this, but you can also use it to run stuff like a grill. So let's say you're tailgating, which we are pretending to be doing a tailgating setup here. I'm gonna show you all of this stuff here as we get into the video. So we've got a grill here, we've got the refrigerator we'll plug it into. This is the box that the Jackery Explorer 1000 Plus comes in. They've been doing this for a long time. We've had, I think at this point, we've had these for years, like the older versions of these, so we've had them for years. So let's go over Jackery. It's a solar generator. If you plug in solar panels, which we got two of the SolarSaga 100 panels with us. That's what you guys see on the ground. Outdoors, indoors, emergency use, professional work, so you can use it to run tools. You can use it to charge up like drones, your phones, your cameras and stuff like that. Computers. Is giving you the average runtime, so it's microwave for almost, you can run it, I guess, solid for almost an hour, 7.5 hours. Your computer, this looks like a coffee maker, toaster, drill. So it's got a blender, all the times here, and here's all the inputs, outputs, which we'll go over, and there's some pictures here on the box of things people do, some of which you guys will see us doing. One of the cool things with these is they're expandable. As you can see here, you've got batteries, so this is expandable. I think that's pretty much the box from what I can see here, just to give you guys a preview of that. And then here's the solar panels as they come. You could do lots of different solar panels. So if you did the 200 watts solar panel, if you did two of the, no, what did they say, 4? So you can connect up to 4 solar panels to this. So 4 of the 200 watts which would be 800 watts. You could charge this thing up. Lola and I, we did, you know, actually connect the solar panels and did some testing to see how long it would take. So right now I ran this down to 0, and if we put this on, let's see. All right, we're at 58%. So I've been charging it out here. Right now we're getting nothing. Let's see if we get anything. So
sun's gone.
Yeah, the sun's gone here, and the thing with Florida right now is that I think you did some footage just now where we were getting some sun, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's all positioning with the sun. So if you're outdoors with this, you need to position these solar panels properly. If you had more solar panels, I think you would get more out of it. So it's kind of tough with the sun going down right now, which it feels great for me out here. And we're actually in the winter months here in Florida, so we have kind of like less sun. But I have some pictures I can run in for you guys to show you with the solar panels actually, and we were just getting something like what?
62, 60?
Yeah, 62 watts, 70. I think it got up to 100 watts even. But you know, these really need to be right up in the sun. I don't know. We're not gonna get anything out of it right now. So I'm not going to. I'll just roll in the B-roll on that. But you really want to chase the sun with the solar panels. So the solar panels come with a magnet. They stick together like that. They unplug right here. And it's easy peasy for you to carry this. Obviously it's got its own built-in handle. Right there you go. You know, it's got Velcro. Easy peasy to use those solar panels. And while I'm wrapping up this cable, Lola, one of the cool things I've noticed about the cables now, they actually have a USB-C and a USB. So if you plug your phone into this and you have some sun, you can actually charge it directly. While I'm messing with the cables, another thing I'll tell you, when the cable comes, it comes with this adapter already on it like that. If you plug it into the back of this, it's not going to work. This adapter is used for connecting to something else. You need this one to plug in directly. So that's something I learned. And here you go in the back. This is where it plugs in, where it says DC input. So you would take the adapter off, plug right in, and you can plug 2 of these, but there is an expansion unit that you can use that you can plug in 4. So that, and then if you're plugging in the actual hard line to plug it into your house or hotel room or whatever to charge up, will go there. And then if you're expanding the battery, that will go here. Okay, so let's unplug this. Like I said, we have 58% battery in with pure sun power. So I will wrap this up, and then what you want to do? You want to run? We should run some stuff, Lola.
Okay.
Let's run some stuff and show the people how this works here. So you have AC 120 volts, 2000 watt pure sine wave that you can plug into here. This is if you're plugging into a 12 volt. You can go through here. It has a light. There you go. In case you need a light, yeah. It has, that's SOS right there. And you can turn it off. It's got USBs. It's got 2 USB A's and then 2 USB C's. So these do 18 watt max and these do 100 watt max. Let's say charging up your laptop and all that. You're gonna want to use that. Okay. You want to start with the fridge. All right, so in order to turn on the 120s here, this is your button that turns those on. This is your button that turns on your USB-Cs. So turn that on. And it says right now, I mean, I don't know what that means. I guess it always goes, it defaults to that. Let's plug this in. The fridge, I'm sorry, the cooler is on. Okay. And let's see what it's saying. Saying, you know, it's adjusting right now, so we'll give it a chance and see what it adjusts to. But as I said, it's really when that compressor comes on, you know, like right now it's going up to 42 watts that it's using. So it's on now. See, it went down to 20 hours. So it's very hot, right? Because we took it off and we cleaned it up and everything, and it's empty and clean. So see, it's at 11 hours on 58%. So it's gonna settle somewhere here. So just to show you guys, it was, here, if you come up here, Lola, I can open this. Empty. You see the lights on there. You probably hear the sounds. So it's just starting to come on. And at 58% battery here, it says it'll do this for about 10 hours. That's pretty good if you're going on a road trip. So let's say not even in a pickup truck, if you're using your SUV or something and you're going on a trip where you're maybe going to get groceries and stuff that you're worried about them getting too hot, you can have something like this Truma 36 cooler and you can run it off of this, and not even on a full battery, it's settled here at 10 hours, right? And it's cooling down right now. Okay, so we'll let that run. We'll use this Hamilton Beach. Let's plug this bad boy in. Now you're really gonna see it. This cord is so short. Let's plug it in here.
Okay.
Okay. And then you probably have to come around this side. It says ready. And then I guess you just turn it up to full power, huh? So there we go. It's running up to full power.
Yeah,
Hey, you want to go see what we got going on here? We're down to 2 hours. 1 hour. It's going to go less than that. And it's using 1220 watts. 1,220. See that? Probably half an hour now. Running it like that.
And that's the combination.
Yeah. Now, of the two things. But really and truly, if you were cooking with this, which we won't, we're not going to do, we're going to shut that off. I just wanted to show you guys it's heating up. I'm not going to throw anything on there to cook, but it is heating up. You don't need to run that for more than like maybe 10 minutes or something. So you really don't need to run it that long. It'll run both of these, you know, for that time. And then let's say 10, 20 minutes goes by and you're done. You shut this off. And you'll probably see this come down now. The output is back to 50 watts. And then it's climbing up of how long it could do this. See that? It's climbing back up to 15 hours. I'm sorry, is that 15?
2.5.
2.9. So it's gonna go back up now because the grill here is cooling down, and then I'll unplug it. Okay, so that's the grill completely unplugged.
Okay, it's about back to 8 hours.
Yeah, everything's cool down there, and it says right now 50 watt output. So I think 50 watts probably the max when this is trying to cool down, and it says it'll run that for 8 hours. So on a full battery, you know, maybe if the compressor just stayed on the whole time, it would be something like 16 hours. So if you want to know how we did all of that in the Cybertruck inside, we didn't even use the bed here, which you can use. I think we did that when we did the light show, Lolo. We actually had it in the bed. But what we did was the seats here in the Cybertruck, they go up. So actually hold this, Lola. I'll go around to the other side.
Sure.
Yeah, so on our road trip, Lola and I, we put these seats up. Plenty of space right here. So we had the big cooler from Truma, and then we had the Jackery here. We had him plugged in. Really, that's what we did, and we ran everything off of the Jackery, and then when the Jackery ran down, we can either plug it into the battery of the car and charge it back up, or take it into a hotel or wherever we were staying and get it charged back up, and then use it. So, to me, that just, if you walk away from the car and you want to leave all the power on, it's kind of, you know, it's not that you can't do it. You could do it in tent mode, but I like the flexibility of being able to just leave everything's off in the car, but that cooler is still cooling. So let's go over the features and stuff like that we missed, Lola.
Okay.
The main thing that I think we want you to know with this is that this has a capacity of up to 1,264 watt hours with a 2,000 watt output. Supports 99% of the devices out there you're going to use because of that 2,000 watt output. Also, it's can fast charge in 2 hours, and you can use solar charging. Like I said, you can use 4 SolarSaga 200 watt solar panels, and you can charge this in less than 2 hours. And then also, this is expandable. It has a 5 kilowatt hour expandable battery. So, you know, if you're worried about this not being big enough, etc., you can you know, you can use that. Then also 4,000 charges, right? This has the capacity. It has a long-lasting LFP battery with 4,000 charge cycles. So, you know, Jackery is saying this should last you about 10 years. So it depends on how much you use it, you know, how you really push it. So that's really good. And I think that you can see in our example that we're using here, that's just, you know, one small section of what you can do with this battery. In the past, I've used this battery in the van to run my sleep machine, all kinds of different things, right? Just so that I'm not, like, let's say I'm low on power, I'm boondocking or something like that, I'm using it. Or this being so small, you can actually just pick it up and walk away from whatever vehicle you have and use this to run speakers and all that kind of stuff. Anything I'm missing, Lola?
No, I think you got it.
Okay, so we do have an affiliate
Link.
with the affiliate link with the Jackery folks, and if you guys are interested in this or anything else from Jackery, I would recommend you go check that out. We'll have a link here in the description of this video that can both do that and then give you more info on this, or if there's anything else you guys saw here in this video that you're interested in. So basically what I wanted to do was make my pitch to you guys for why you need a small portable power pack. And like I said, Lola and I for years have been using the old Jackery 1000. I think this new one is much improved, and it's going to be very useful for us in a lot of the things that we do. So it won't hurt to have something like this. And I probably left out, you know, if your power goes out, we have bigger Jackery batteries that we can use to run refrigerators, etc. This can run a refrigerator, but you can also use this to charge up your phones and all that kind of stuff. So very useful to have something like this. You can use it in a lot of different places. And I think especially Lola and I, having just gone through here in Florida 2 hurricanes, we weren't affected that badly. We have friends though that were out of power for more than a week. You know, and there's still folks in Florida and other parts of the country that don't have power up to now. So very useful to have this, if not for anything less than you can maybe get your cell phones or get stuff like we have a Starlink. You can get all those things running. So anyway, that's it. I won't bore you guys too much with this, but very cool. I'm very happy to see the improvements that Jackery made, and I'm glad that we were able to bring this to you guys. Big thanks to Lola. We'll see you guys in the next video. We're out of here. Peace.